Well, I've done it. I figured out the perfect way to do a New Year's resolution. So I hope your New Year's resolutions are going well. Mine are going awesome, and I'm going to tell you about why. So one of the New Year's resolutions that I made this year concerns this, my smartphone. Now, if you're anything like me, you have a smartphone, and if you're anything like me, you love your smartphone and use it for lots of wonderful things. And if you're anything like me, you also waste a lot of time on your smartphone. The really interesting thing about it, of course, is that you know you waste time, right? It's time that you don't want to spend on your smartphone, but somehow you keep going back to it to scroll your Instagram feed, or to look through Facebook, or to do whatever else it is that you happen to do on your cell phone. Well, I figured out how to beat it. What I did is I made a rule for myself. Every time I pick up my phone to look at it, without having a very specific good reason to do so, in other words, anytime I just pick it up to look at it because I have nothing better to do with my life right now, then I have to do a Duolingo lesson. Now, I'm learning French on Duolingo, and in the last 2 years, I've gotten 20% of the lessons done. So I'm not exactly that great of a student, and it hasn't been going that well for me. So how's it been going so far? Well, in the last 5 days, I've done 30% more of the lessons on French on Duolingo. And that's a lot. I've been doing lessons all the time. I think I've probably been doing 20 or 30 lessons a day. I have a streak going that can't be broken. I'm making incredible progress. I still haven't cured myself of going to my phone every few seconds, but I'm working on that. Every now and again, I'll kind of like catch myself and say, I'll like reach for my phone and then think, no, I don't want to have to do another lesson. Or I'll actually like grab my phone and turn it on and then think, I can still save myself. And then other times I will grab it, look at it, and think, oh, come on. The really cool thing about this, though, is the way that I've set it up to be a win-win situation. No matter what happens, I come out on top. Sun Tzu said that the greatest generals put themselves beyond the possibility of defeat, and that's what I've done. If I succeed in my goal and don't pay as much attention to my phone, then I'm going to become more mindful and aware of my life and engaged in the things around me. And even when I do fail at that goal, I still win because I'm learning French. One of two things will happen by the end of the year. I will either have learned French, or else I will have cured myself of the need to look at my smartphone all the time. French is winning so far. It's killing me. I hate French. So you might also be able to apply this to other New Year's resolutions that you're making. For instance, if your goal is to exercise more, maybe you could say that every day that you don't work out, you aren't allowed to watch TV that day or listen to music. And as long as you have the self-control to keep at least one of those rules, I find it's a little bit easier if you can kind of push between them this way. Then you also can put yourself beyond the possibility of defeat so that by the end of the year, you're going to accomplish at least one of those goals and maybe both. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a like below and click the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you'll get a notification when we make a new video. In the comments, we want to hear about your New Year's resolutions, and especially if you come up with a clever way to make it so that even when you fail at them, you win.